High speed's ready. Okay. Welcome back to Ballistic High Speed. Today, we're going many decades into the past to take a look at black powder base, rifles, pistols, muskets, that whole genre. I'm really excited. I think a lot of you have been requesting this.
We do get quite a few comments. So these are all flintlock. I don't think they technically qualify as muskets because they're rifled and all that, but my buddy Scott, he brought us a pistol. It's a tiny little thing, but it's
so cool looking now.
So this is a 45. My buddy Daniel let me borrow this one. A 50 cal. Although it's the old school flintlock, flash pan, the whole deal, this was actually manufactured in 2011, 2012.
Okay.
So it's newer metals, newer machining processes. Naturally, we want to see what these things do when they impact their target and all that. So Ballistic Dummy Lab, of course, we got to use them. We've got a couple heads and then a gel block so we can get that nice.
Can you imagine if they had this technology back then? If you showed them this?
I think they would burn you for witchcraft.
I wouldn't doubt it. So hopefully we'll learn some cool stuff, get some beautiful footage with black powder guns. Let's get to it.
To kick it off, we're going to start with the pistol. So this is a 45 caliber. What's kind of cool is all of them utilize the same technology. So you have the flint, comes down, strikes on this plate, makes a spark, it ignites all of this powder, and that tiny little hole leads inside of your barrel where there's a different kind of powder sitting behind the ball that then ignites. The more Fs there are, the finer the powder. So we'll use the 4F because it's the smaller grains because it has to make it down that tiny hole to get inside, where we'll have the 3F, which is a larger granule, because then it ignites better and it moves down the barrel better. That will be the setup all day. So we are going to start with 30 grain. These will be predetermined, so you can just plug it with your finger, and then that's supposed to be your predetermined amount. And that came out to 33. So that's how they were able to do it a little more expediently in the battlefield. It'll make it really easy for loading because it's kind of windy. And just like that. Now we'll do wad, ball, ramrod, 4F powder. So you just fill your pan up, and then we talked about that little hole that's back there. Close it. All right, this is the first black powder pistol in 3, 2, 1.
Very cool.
I can definitely tell that I dipped.
We're used to modern guns.
Man, that does take a while. This is the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. So we're going to see just how much faster the, what would you call it, the dwell time, I guess, when you're waiting from flash to shot with the black powder to a modern cartridge where it should be not instantaneous, but
from hammer drop to bullet exiting, that's what we're looking at.
Okay, yep. Yeah, the really cool part though is you just, you know, and now you're ready to go.
Can shoot a lot more.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think we needed to go with the 500.
Not really.
You know, we probably could have picked anything else. Here comes the 500 in 3, 2, 1. God!
So different.
Just waiting.
So bullet is exiting right there.
Okay.
So that is 0.084 seconds that it took. So that is 84 to 85 milliseconds. So now we can check the Smith & Wesson, and I'm gonna guess it is a lot less than that. Less than a millisecond.
Yeah. So not even, so we went from...
So yeah, over 2 orders of magnitude slower. Yeah. Good grief. And the rifle's only gonna be worse because you got so much more barrel length to get through.
Oh, yeah. So this is the newer manufactured. It might look a little bit different because it has 2 triggers on it. One of those is actually just a safety, and that actually locks this so that you don't accidentally bump this and set it off. And you may have heard where the term comes from. That would be going off half cocked. So that's where that terminology comes from if you didn't know. Okay, that is the 50 cal loaded with the powder. preceded the ball. Yeah. See, once you get it past that 1 point, then and then you're good to go.
That head behind you is just ominously waiting.
Well, oh, that guy?
Yeah, both of them.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Man, I still can't stop myself from like bracing for it. You got the whiteboard out again, which means...
It means science time.
Science time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have imperial units because, you know, black powder, Revolutionary War. We're not going to be measuring in meters today.
No, we're going off the king's foot.
My question for us today is, what is the actual muzzle velocity of these black powder weapons?
I was afraid you were going to call me out on that because I have no idea.
Me either.
It's obviously subsonic.
Obviously very subsonic.
So what's the supersonic speed?
It's around 1,120 feet per second at standard atmospheric pressure, altitude, and all that. I'm going to say about 650.
I'm going to go like 400.
400.
I have no idea. Okay. I'm going to look like an idiot, but I'm going to go 400.
Okay, we'll do 400 versus my 650. High speed's ready.
Okay, the black powder pistol in 3, 2, 1. Okay.
It's so quiet.
I'm nervous. I don't know if I trust my guess anymore.
So this is 32,000 frames a second. It's kind of going.
Yeah.
It's slow.
I may have underbid it here.
All right, so if we start at this first marker, here to there is a foot, 2 foot, 3 foot. Okay. So we're gonna get a large sample size, so it'll average nicely across the whole thing.
Let it be known, this is old Bryce. Adam doesn't do that stuff.
Normally I rely on software to do this, so we're gonna try to do some digital pen and paper math here. Subtract these two numbers.
Okay.
3.9565 minus 3.9498.
0.0067.
So we have our time and we have our distance, and velocity is just distance over time. So we have 3 feet over this amount of seconds. 450 feet per second. Dang! Okay,
All right.
Not bad. So now let's move on to the rifle, which has more barrel length.
Yep.
Which even for modern guns, more barrel length can mean more velocity.
It's more gooder. 750 feet per second.
Really?
Yep.
I'm gonna drop down to 600.
600?
For the rifle.
750 versus 600?
We don't know what we're doing. All right, on to the next.
All right.
Quick break to remind you guys that we have various merch available over on Bunker Branding. Go check it out. Here in Indiana, it was like 33 degrees this morning when we started filming, so sweatshirts were needed. And now it's like 60 degrees out, so t-shirts. We got the military green or the black classic Ballistic high-speed shirt.
We also have some stickers.
Stickers are awesome. Put them on your Pelican cases if you're a camera guy like me, or on your gun cases, whatever you want to do.
Prank your friends, put them on their car. I don't care. Just buy them.
Link in the description below, bunkerbranding.com. Go pick up some merch. Send us some selfies with our merch. That'd be super cool.
Tag us on Instagram.
Thanks again. Back to the video.
You almost hit me.
I know.
We're gonna start at like 50, maybe throw in 75, 100, and just see, do you get more speed?
As you increase load, what does the velocity do? And at some point, for you math people out there, we'll hit an asymptote.
Ooh, an asymptote.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it kind of plateaus at the same velocity. That's our asymptote.
You good?
Ready?
3, 2, 1. There we go.
Okay.
That thing threw some dirt.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That has a more noticeable thump through the air from here than the pistol. So I'm curious if this looks like it's going any faster. Oh, it kind of does.
A little bit. I think I overshot.
I feel like the pistol was more leisurely than that, just watching it. All right, ready for some numbers?
Yep.
That's exactly our time, that it traversed 3 feet.
That can't be right.
That's supersonic. What? 1,400 feet per second? There's no way.
Did I do it wrong? Right.
Equals. What? 1,400 feet per second?
I guess.
Over 3 times faster than the pistol?
Wow.
What? So if we count off 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. So it's almost a foot per second in the live view.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. So think of it this way. So this is 32,000 frames per second, but we're playing back at 24. So this is playing more than 1,000 times slower. And if this is doing 1 foot per second on here, it's going to be over 1,000 times faster than that in real life. So 1,400 is reasonable.
Wow.
Which means there's technically a Mach cone coming off of that round.
Oh yeah.
That's wild.
And we started this whole thing like, well, we know the numbers are going to be subsonic.
That didn't sound like a supersonic crack to me.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Way
okay.
slow.
Okay. All right.
All right. 75 grain?
I guess 1,800.
1,800. All right. So it's 50% more powder, but I don't think it's a linear change. I'm gonna go with 1,650 versus
1,800.
high speed's ready.
3, 2, 1. Oh,
Okay.
I feel that a lot more.
So that one I would have described as a supersonic sound.
Really?
Yeah, it was
I can't
more
hear much
thumpy.
from behind it.
Over here, it's pretty thumpy. 1,000, 1,000. Oh, it's moving faster.
It's definitely scooting. 0017.
So it's faster.
Yep. Oh, 1764.
Oh. So you were within 36 feet per second
Yeah.
of the right. How are you so good at this black powder stuff? So 50% more load meant 22, 23% more velocity.
Okay.
So now we're gonna double the original, but we're adding 33% more of the current.
Right.
So if this gains 200, we're gonna be creeping up on 2,000 feet per second.
That is so crazy to me.
I'm gonna guess 2,000.
I'll go 2,100.
Oh, you think it's gonna go even faster?
No, it's probably not going to. I don't
It's
think we're
probably
gonna
like
get the same.
1950, you know?
Probably.
I'm sticking at 2,000. Do you want above or below?
I'll just take the under.
So I get 2,000 above, you get 2,000 below.
Correct.
High speed is ready to go.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness.
Good grief.
I felt way more on that.
It was definitely louder over here.
I may have flinched on that one.
1870. I should have picked 1900. I knew it. We did 1450, 1750, pretty close to 1900.
So I would say that's why 100 grain is probably a topic of discussion.
Yeah.
It does not seem to be.
Because like, let's say we did 125, it might barely scrape more velocity. So we doubled the powder and we only went up 30% speed.
Really?
Yeah. It might be fair to say that that caliber and that gun barrel length, its asymptotic speed is probably 2,000 feet per second.
He's so smart.
I made that up. I just wanted to say on camera.
Another very interesting fact is you can actually estimate the velocity of a supersonic projectile by measuring the angle of the Mach cone created at the front of the bullet and comparing it to the speed of sound. As a standard rule of thumb, the sharper that angle, the faster the bullet. This is caused by the bullet's horizontal vector of speed outpacing the shock wave propagating vertically off the bullet.
That's the science for the day.
Let's do one of the Brandon Herrera ADD breaks and let's start shooting some stuff.
Help out the small channels on YouTube. Subscribe to Herrera.
Also, leave a comment if you're subscribed to us and not Brandon. Let's see what it does to a gallon of water here. Let's start destroying some stuff.
Let's also hope that it's fairly accurate.
Also that, it should be.
It is rifled.
Weapons hot.
Speed's ready.
In 3, 2, 1.
Whoa!
1.
Whoa! That was cool. Oh. If you would have told me that was a modern rifle bullet, I would have believed you.
Where did I hit? That's like right
A third down from the top.
Yep, that's like right around aiming.
Look at that, just peeling open. And it's flattened because it's just lead against the water.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a disc now.
Oh, you could see it going through.
Oh, definitely smashed.
Yep.
Yeah, if this were more clear of a container, you'd get that same, like when we shoot it through ballistics gel. Speaking of which, you think we should shoot it through a block?
Yeah.
Converted so much of it to mist. That was energetic.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do a little penetration test with the pistol with a 35 grain load.
I say it gets just past halfway and then the gel pulls it back.
I say same scenario, just quarter.
Everything's rolling.
I hit it way high.
Did you go through?
It came out the top.
No, it's in there.
Is it?
It's in there.
Okay, good. All right, well, we hit the block, so that's always good. Oh, dude, you were so right.
Just past halfway.
Yeah. Dang it.
So if we do a 100 grain rifle load, it's got to just plow right
It's
through
going straight, it has to. It was completely encapsulated the whole way, so that's a pretty accurate. I hit a little high, but.
I mean, but it was perfectly flush though. It's not like you glanced it.
That's further than I anticipated.
That's what like 9mm do.
Yeah. I have to apologize to the black powder community as a whole.
We underestimated them.
So hardcore.
Full 100 grain load?
Full 100 grain.
Let's blast it. We are more than quadrupling the speed.
Yeah. It doesn't stand a chance.
All right, well, let's capture it in high speed.
All right.
Go for it.
Got it.
Whoa.
Dang.
Oh.
Dang.
What happened?
It like ripped the gel apart.
Oh, what?
Oh, it stopped it.
Oh yeah, it's in there.
Oh.
I thought the lead exploded in there, but it's intact.
That is a large cavitation.
You nearly split it in half.
Oh my gosh. I don't think we've ever split a block like this.
Whoa.
It is not just from the pistol.
Is the bottom cut too?
Because the bottom's
Whoa.
cut too.
But it only did it up and down.
That is crazy. Yeah, no, right here.
What?
Big shout out to Ballistic Dummy Lab, by the way.
I don't think I've seen cuts like that. So
No.
that is exactly the same distance.
Yeah, isn't that nuts?
Dude, the pattern's in there. It's almost like crystalline.
I mean, look at that.
Can you dig those out? So this is the 45, unscathed. A little.
One little dent.
We do some weird stuff on this channel.
Okay, whoa. So like you were saying, like how much more energy it has to dump,
yeah.
you can definitely tell.
So the 1900 feet per second on impact made it flatten. And then because it was so much flatter, it could slow down sooner.
Yep, it had more surface area with drag on it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I guess we were probably expecting a straight through because we're used to more modern ammunitions that hold together a little bit better. And if you're here for the science, that's kind of the end of it.
Yep.
The rest of this is just because.
I don't know.
We know what's going to happen to us.
That's true.
What are we learning?
All right.
Let's see what a pistol does to this head.
High speed's ready.
Okay.
Let's destroy this guy.
Yeah, the pistol was kind of unsatisfying. Hey, I think I hit the blood pack on that one.
That was so much better. Wow. Look at the backstop.
Oh!
What was that, his skull?
Yeah. Oh, dude, that was like a perfect shot. Holy!
1900 feet per second. Look at his mouth open up and blood come out from everywhere.
Oh, just in time for Halloween.
The green's an interesting touch though.
I know, I'm really used to the red.
Golly. Whoa. Oh, look at the skin. Stretch. Ting. Oh no. His mouth.
Oh, that looks so creepy.
This could be a Halloween post for sure. So this is pistol.
Yep, here's the pistol. Severe burns.
I wonder why. Okay.
But then there's this guy.
Oh man. Is it just an open cavity of...
Yes. Oh, the brain has left the chat. Here's
more brain.
more of it. Huge difference between the two, obviously. That being said, this guy's still dead too.
Yes. As point blank as you could get without the smoke covering up the bullet.
Yes. Yep. And to the point where he still got burned.
Yeah.
Like really bad. That's black powder.
That's black powder. Don't underestimate it.
Nope. And if you want to learn about black powder stuff, you can go to SDI.edu. We'll have a link in the description below.
Thanks for watching that episode. Hope you enjoyed and learned something about black powder based weapons.
I learned a lot about black powder weapons.
I didn't know we were going to approach Mach 2 from a black powder based rifle. Hope you enjoyed the high speed footage. Thanks to Ballistic Dummy Lab sending out these green zombie heads. First time these have ever been on the channel.
See them for all your ballistic gel needs.
Yeah. What do you guys prefer, the red or the green? I think both are cool, but
the green was a nice change up.
Yeah. If you want an extended edition of this, head over to Patreon, and soon enough, we're gonna have some really cool posters that should be available on Bunker Branding. So that'll be some of our coolest high-speed stills that you guys have been talking about available in a poster form to hang up in your office, your bedroom, your garage, wherever you want.
And a lot of you request air rifles, so stick around for those. We're doing something pretty unique with those.
Yeah, airsoft, but on steroids?
Yes.
If that's an okay word to say on YouTube.
Yes.
All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Make sure you subscribe.
Oh, there he goes. I'll tuck out your camera.